Boom! And we're on air, and it is EuroScrum. It's Friday, and David and somebody and Yara and Sam are in the house. Let me get on the old screen share button, go to the desktop, get an infinite regress, and let's go and find the people who make up the awesomeness that is Agile Ventures. David is here. David, how are things with you?
Good, thanks. Yes, the only thing I want to talk about is I think we've, between you and I think we got to the bottom of that bug that was causing lots of browsers to reject the secure site at harrowcn.org.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So,
and I think you know, all credit to you for your excellent work on that bug. I think given the work that you had done, it then made it extraordinarily easy for me to work out or to try out a solution. So I mean, we'll obviously have to wait for Vontrash and Harrow to confirm whether they're encountering it or not. I did email them yesterday, but we'll see. It does seem like it seems like, I mean, that you posted a very good where's it gone? You posted this protocol checking site which I hadn't seen before, which after I'd put in the intermediate certificate, it then came back saying that it wasn't reporting the error anymore. So fingers crossed that's sorted it out.
oh, good. It didn't seem to report the error very clearly before you'd added the certificate. It just kind of showed it.
Well, I think it showed the intermediate
against a
certificate.
red background.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's something. There we go. Yeah, I think there was at least one of these. It was sort of coming up as a potential issue, and so now it's gone, all green, which is a good sign. So
right,
yes,
I'll have a look at that again in a minute.
Yeah. Anything blocking you or
No blocks, and plans just to work on personal things, but keep an eye out for parent opportunities in the next few hours.
Good show. Good show. I'll note I was reviewing the feature flag pull request again in detail on the train this morning, and I have posted new comments into that there based on your thing. So I guess we probably shouldn't necessarily get into that discussion right now. We should give other people a chance to talk about what they're doing. But
that's
yeah.
right. We could talk for hours on that, so let's not.
Yeah, indeed. Okay. So let's just check your audio here. Yeah. Audio from somebody, is that okay. Anyway, well, Sam, pretty okay. Somebody, you want to unmute yourself and tell us how you are doing?
Keep mine to the last. I'll be posting in the group chat.
Oh, okay, all right. And Yarrow, how are things with you? If you're, I think, there's sort of motorcycles. Are you actually in a playground with children?
No, but it's near Rifa, so there are a lot of tourists around here.
Right, sure. Okay.
Right. Wait, I'm quite surprised. You can hear that?
Yes, it was very loud.
It's like, I can hardly hear it, but
wow.
okay. Okay, I closed the window, so it should be better now.
Thanks. Yes, how are things with you?
Things are doing great. I have managed to do what I wanted to do with Hangouts.
Awesome.
I managed to catch the Hangout link, the YouTube link, the list of participants, the status, whether it's live or not live, and report all that back to the Rails server.
Oh, awesome.
So basically, we're all set to do what we plan to do. I made I don't know if you caught the link on Slack. I made a diagram of sort of my proposal for architecture.
Okay, is that in website 1? Oh, here, yes. This one?
Yeah. That's well. I just opened the last link. I just posted it into general. Oh, sorry, general. Okay, should I post it?
Yeah, it's the same photo, so no problem.
No. It's slightly different. I edited a little bit.
Okay.
But basically, this is it. So I want people to have a look at this, this architecture, to comment right in this document. Since we have discussed comments, just add it to the documents. Yeah. And then ideally, I would like to split our efforts. So somebody works at one project Scrum show view, so the place where we press the button. I would work on the Website One service Hangout plugin and the Website One listener. And ideally, somebody would work on the Website One session Scrums index. The list of videos, the status with the list of participants and stuff like that. And also, we need to do the video management page.
Right.
Later. So I would like to split the efforts there. So
Well, clearly for a big job, splitting the efforts is good. I would say I would find it extraordinarily difficult to comment on this diagram. Just sort of impossible to make any meaningful comments on the diagram. I would have to start with lo-fi of the user flow and the user experience in order to be able to say anything at all about whether this was an appropriate arrangement or not. Have you done a lo-fi of what the user experience would be?
No. Well, you mean the lo-fi like of the interface?
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the flow of the user experience going to be?
Because the flow of the user experience I did here. If you look, if you just scroll up a little bit, no, it's right here on the diagram. If you see, click on Hangout button, open a modal to enter details.
Well, there. Well, right, but that's this is maybe a sequence, but I would need to see that. Like, if we look at, for example, what we have in the lo-fi diagrams in. I would need to see myself, I think, really to be able to, again, to comment sensibly. I mean, these were originally in paper, but this is like what the layout of the screens would.
The interface.
I mean the interface and then the user flow. I mean, this is what we originally did with local support. Is these kind of and it can be paper and it can be done in Google Drawer. I mean, I understand.
The thing is, if you go back to the diagram, I was thinking about lo-fi, but actually at this exact point, the interface is not going to change. We still click the same button. What I'm more concerned about is I'm more concerned about the model and the fields in the model, and I'm more concerned about the different components talk to each other. That's what I'm more concerned about.
No, I understand, but I think in order for to comment on that in any kind of effective and logical fashion, I've got to understand, at least for me personally, I don't know about anybody else, I've got to understand the user flow and like what are the user stories that are being addressed in order to assess, to make the assessment about whether certain elements should be in the model or not. But I can see here you've got a click on Hangout button, open a modal to enter the. I would like to see a diagram of what this modal might look like. I guess what you're talking about.
The lo-fi of the model.
The lo-fi.
The modal.
And so like the modal, and then I'm imagining there's kind of like, so there's like, I mean, you can do really simple. If you're not planning on this changing, right, then a simple lo-fi is just saying, right, it starts off and it looks like that. Somebody clicks on there, and they get. A modal, maybe it's that, it's not that, or where it is. But then, maybe it's not part of this feature, but isn't there then the situation afterwards where people can go to some page and they can see not a list of events, but like a list of these are the current live activities?
Yeah. It's there at the bottom of the diagram. I see what you mean.
Right. I mean, so, like you say, like, here. So this here would be the actual web interface here?
The index file, basically. The index file of sessions.
Okay, yeah. I guess the problem for me is like, I'd love to see because I guess what we've got here in this diagram is we've got a combination of like different things. So like this is user flow, or this is like flow for the user maybe, and then we've got a different kind of flow here, and then we've got communication between different things, and then we've got part of a database model, and then we've got okay, this is actually a piece of an interface. What I would love to see is I'd love to see one diagram that focused just on what the end user would see, along with user stories in terms of the stakeholder, a goal, a task. I think we need to break that out.
Sure. This is, you could call this a brainstorming diagram.
Yeah. No. If this was helpful for you to get all of the ideas down onto paper, absolutely fantastic. I'm just saying, I think for me, I'd find it really difficult to give you helpful and supportive feedback on this diagram without doing some work to pull it out into these, to separate out one diagram to be, the lo-fi and user stories, another one would be, you get the database model. But again, I would want to get completely clear on what we were doing in terms of the user stories and the lo-fis before even starting to talk about what goes into the database model. But that can come up.
Okay. Well, and that's exactly the thing. So ideally, I would like to split the efforts. So
Okay.
somebody does the lo-fi
Yeah,
for
and
the
you
index page.
okay, so you're saying you don't want to do the lo-fi?
No. I will do the lo-fi for the thing I will be doing. It's just if I start doing lo-fis for everything, it's going to take me ages to do just the lo-fis.
Oh, really?
For example, if now we decide that okay, somebody does the lo-fi for the index page of all the videos, and somebody does the lo-fi for their where we press the hangout button.
I would have thought that it wouldn't take more than about 90 seconds to draw the lo-fi for the 3 different sets of things.
On paper, yes.
Yeah. I mean, and even just like I was showing there, I mean, I think we've done half of the lo-fi with screenshots that I just did there as well. But anyway,
how did you? I mean, but screenshot. How did you draw?
Maybe are you not on OS X? What computer are you on?
I'm on Ubuntu.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, on OS X, I do Command-Shift-4, and I can take a screenshot of part of the screen. So, for example, like if I want, like.
So can I. I can.
Right. So what I just did there was I just took a screenshot of this portion, right, of that, and then if this part of the interface is unchanged, right, then that is my lo-fi to say, right, this is the button.
I see. Right. Okay.
And then it's like if the like if the list of active scrums, what I can do is something like if I take a screenshot of this, right, like that, and then I can just pop that in Google Draw, for example. Like if I go to I will go to drive.google.com and I create a new diagram and I go and say I want to insert an image, and here I can do by the URL. I've already got I've automatically put it onto the Dropbox. You don't like that? Dropbox?
No, it doesn't like Dropbox for some reason.
All right. I mean, I can also then actually let's.
But I get it. Okay.
The particular thing that I wanted to show there. Oh, that's really annoying.
Okay, I have this online service for making lo-fi, so I was actually wanting to try that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean,
try.
I think the Google Drive, if you do the drawer, apparently I've broken Chrome now, annoyingly.
For the diagram, I was using the Draw.io.
But I think the thing is, you don't have to draw a bespoke diagram from scratch. Is that really going to be? Hold on. You can just upload. This is what all of the things that we had in what I've been doing. Like I would say, for simplicity, like if I just insert the image over here, the projects, local support, is that like these lo-fi diagrams from are just there's screenshots of the existing system with things that that are not changing, and then just that is dumped into Google Draw, and then like I've added using the Google Draw drawing things. So here, if we go upload, choose an image to upload, we get it was the screenshots in Dropbox. Like that. That was the one that we just did. Slap that in there. And then so, you want it to be, instead of events, we want it to be scrums. So you can just, drag something on there and stick the word scrums in and, give that a white background, like so, and make that a little bit bigger. Do you know what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. and so very quickly you've got something, and then we've got 3 of them in sequence, and like these are the sets of things that the person will do, and this is the user's top-level user story. Anyway, sorry. I just wanted to get to this point to show you exactly what I meant. But
all right.
Apologies.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, I'll do that.
Great, cool.
But again, if anybody wants to join me and help me with that, just like to split the effort, I'll be just happy.
Yeah.
Can we pair after this when you I really wanted to go through that Google Hangouts thing plugin. So like you said you had experimented with that and got that working. So like can we pair after this and then you can show me how that works?
We could try, although.
Right, well, hold on, guys. Let's finish the scrum, and you guys can talk about with your pairing.
Sure, but yeah, Sanbridge, we can try. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we can try. Sure.
I just got to end the scrum, and I got to just give you my. So I'm at Makers all day pairing with the Maker students. I'm very pleased to have got the we made some progress on the Oracle Bacon homework yesterday with auto graders, although more work needed perhaps over the weekend. And yeah, Sampritty and David, do take a time to look at that thing about the feature request. We're going to be discussing it now. Sampritty's saying in the chat that he had a very good session with John yesterday on mitigation control, trying to pair with Marian and Marcelo to clean up their Scrum pull request. Yeah, okay, so John's packing and getting ready to go to New York. Good stuff. Okay, well, so yeah, I'm just going to make sure that I end on time here. Yeah, hopefully if you guys can pair on this another. I think Yarrow, hopefully the lo-fis shouldn't take too long, but I certainly agree. Once we've got high-level agreement on the user story and what's being built, then ideally the different things can be split out. But of course, you want different people, sub pairs rather than, if you've got two people rather than two people working independently. I think a pair working on each thing in turn would be preferable.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant like split stories basically, and whatever.
Sure. Yeah, make a number of sub stories. Sounds good. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you some of the next Scrum, and yeah, have a great period in between this and the next Scrum. All right, bye for now.
All right.